Breaking news. Justice served in Rio de Janeiro. Influencers sentenced to 12 years for racist acts against children. Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Documentary news report the incident. The camera pans across the vibrant favelas of Rio de Janeiro, where colorful houses cascade down hillsides under the blazing Brazilian sun. But behind this picturesque facade lies a story that shocked the nation and sparked international outrage. In what prosecutors called a calculated act of racial humiliation, two prominent social media influencers orchestrated a deeply disturbing stunt that would ultimately land them behind bars for over a decade. The perpetrators, Marina Santos, 28, with over 2.3 million followers on Instagram, and Carlos Mendes, 31, a TikTok star with 1.8 million subscribers, were once among Brazil's most watched content creators. Their channels, filled with luxury lifestyle content and sponsored posts, generated substantial revenue from their predominantly young audience. The crime. On a sweltering afternoon in March, the duo arrived in the Complexo da Maré, one of Rio's largest favela complexes, under the guise of a charity mission. Armed with cameras and what they claimed were gifts for underprivileged children, they began filming. Witness Maria Silva, local community leader, recalls, "They came with big smiles, expensive clothes, talking about helping our kids. We welcomed them because we thought they genuinely cared." What unfolded next was captured on their own cameras, video evidence that would later seal their fate in court. The influencers distributed bananas and stuffed monkey toys specifically to black and mixed-race children, while simultaneously filming their reactions and making coded references that investigators later determined were deliberate racial provocations. The investigation. Detective Ana Rodriguez of Rio's Hate Crime Unit describes the case. The digital evidence was overwhelming. Private messages between the suspects revealed premeditated intent to create racist content. They discussed targeting specific children based on skin color and planned the monkey symbolism deliberately. The investigation uncovered WhatsApp conversations planning the prank, financial records showing they purchased the items specifically for this purpose, deleted social media posts with racist imagery and language, witness testimonies from 47 community members. The legal battle. The case drew national attention when prominent civil rights lawyer Dr. Joaquim Santos took on the prosecution pro bono. This wasn't a misguided joke or cultural ignorance, Dr. Santos argued in court. This was a systematic attempt to dehumanize children for social media profit, weaponizing Brazil's painful history of racial oppression. The defense team, led by Roberto Alves, initially claimed the acts were misunderstood charity work and taken out of context. However, as digital evidence mounted and expert witnesses testified about the historical significance of such imagery, their position became increasingly untenable. The community impact. Fatima Oliveira, mother of one targeted child, speaks through tears. "My daughter came home crying, asking why the pretty lady called her a monkey. She's only 7 years old. How do you explain that kind of evil to a child?" The incident traumatized not just the individual children, but the entire community, requiring intervention from child psychologists and community counselors. The verdict. After a 3-month trial that gripped the nation, Judge Carmen Lucia Rocha delivered a historic verdict. Marina Santos, 12 years and 4 months. Carlos Mendes, 12 years and 6 months. Charges included racial injury against minors, aggravated, psychological abuse of children, incitement to racial hatred, exploitation of minors for commercial purposes. The defendants exploited their platform and privilege to perpetuate the most vile forms of racism against innocent children, Judge Rocha stated. This sentence sends a clear message that Brazil will not tolerate the weaponization of social media for racial terrorism. The broader implications. This case has sparked nationwide conversations about digital accountability for influencers, child protection in the social media age, racial justice in modern Brazil, the responsibility of platforms to moderate content. Dr. Angela Martinez, a specialist in digital rights at the University of São Paulo, notes, This verdict establishes crucial precedent. It demonstrates that online platforms cannot be used as consequence-free zones for hate speech, especially when targeting vulnerable children. The aftermath. Both influencers have lost all major sponsorship deals, with their combined social media accounts permanently suspended across all platforms. Their estimated $2.3 million in annual revenue has evaporated overnight. The children and families affected have filed a separate civil lawsuit seeking damages, with proceedings ongoing.